How do you know when someone truly loves you? Do you ask the person about it? Do you just feel the love? What's the best technique? What's the best way to know that someone truly loves you? The person that you've been dating, the person that you've been having fun with, how do you know that this person really love you? Knowing this is such a difficult question, allow me to talk to you guys about 5 things you need to stop mistaking for love. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to Peace, Love, Happiness 101. On this channel, we give relationship advice. If this is something that you're into, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell because we've got a lot to talk about. Good sex does not mean that someone automatically loves you. Yes, that's the problem. A lot of people think just because they've been putting it down on him, just because he's been giving it to you the way you wanted him to, automatically means that the person loves you. That has absolutely nothing to do with love. Maybe this is selfish pleasure, yes, but love, absolutely nothing to do with love. Yes, the person's gonna enjoy you as much as they can, but if they were asked to sacrifice anything to stay with you, they'll be the first going out the door. So pleasurable moment do not automatically equate to love, because there's a large group of people thinking just because they've been enjoying the person sexually, they've been doing everything that maybe the person never thought they could be doing with somebody, giving them a good time, show them things that other people weren't capable of showing them, they automatically think that, you know what, I think I got him exactly where I want him to be, or I think I got her exactly where I want her to be. Meanwhile, the entire truth is that the person is just enjoying themselves with you. And you usually find things like that within relationships that are into other relationships. Let's say that the person already have a marriage, already have a relationship on the side, they just want something extra on the outside, they're gonna come get it from you, and when it's time for them to go, they're just gonna go. If you were to tell the person to sacrifice anything for you, they'll be the first to walk out of your life because everything about the relationship was just pleasure. Yes, you're gonna spend some good times with the person, you're gonna have some phenomenal sex with the person, you're gonna enjoy each other on a certain level. But when it comes to love, that has absolutely nothing to do with love. You guys have to read between the lines to understand the difference. Because a lot of people play on how good they look or how good they are in bed to think that's gonna make somebody fall in love. It doesn't go that way. The sooner you realize that, the better it's gonna be for you, because you don't wanna be sitting out there thinking that just because of the way y'all been enjoying each other sexually, having a good time is automatically going to guarantee you a love life. This is definitely not how it is. So if you really want to know if this person really love you or even want to be with you, it's best to only ask the person. You know what I mean? Ask the person, what is it all about? Don't just assume. Ask the person from the time that y'all been dating if there's a glimpse of love going on within this relationship. Because sometimes assuming things, especially things that are connected to our sex life, can give us a different idea of what the truth is all about. The second thing is rather unfortunate. It's because there's a large pile of people that seem to think this is true. The second thing is abusive relationships. Yes. A lot of people think just because a person is abusing them mentally, sexually, physically, whatever way that you are being abused in a relationship, this is a sign of love. This is the most toxic thing I've ever heard. If someone decides to put hands on you, love is not part of it. Mental issue, yeah. Not being able to control themselves, yeah. But love has absolutely nothing to do with it. I need y'all to pay close attention to everything that's being said. If you ever find yourself in a situation where somebody happen to convince themselves to think just because they are putting hands on you, this is a sign of love, you need to run. And by you thinking this is actually a sign of love, you really need to get with a professional. You need to get your mind straight. You need to prioritize your life and your self-worth, because there's no way someone's going to express his love by hurting you physically, verbally, mentally, emotionally. That's never gonna work out. And sometimes I know a lot of people get to be in relationships because they are lonely. They just want to have that person next to them despite what comes with the relationship. Just to say that they have a relationship, they are willing to go that extra mile to make certain things happen. You need to think about yourself. You need to think about what's good for you. And an abusive relationship will never be a sign of love. Despite the fact that you think this is how they express love, nobody is supposed to hurt somebody just to say that they are in love with them. It doesn't work that way. A toxic person is gonna make you believe whatever they want you to believe just to say that they are in love with you. They don't know how to control themselves around you, whatever the situation is. But abuse is definitely not a sign of love. Anytime you find yourself being okay with an abusive relationship simply because you think that the person is only able to express their love through abuse, you need to run. You need to leave that relationship, because at some point, if you keep staying in that relationship, you're going to lose more than you can possibly think of. So if you are in an abusive relationship right now, or you know someone who's in an abusive relationship and that person seems to think that the person they are dating is abusing them because they love them, I want you to tell them to run. I want you to help them understand this is not what love is all about. I want you to help them understand this is not how you're supposed to be treated. I want you to help them understand that the longer they stay, the worse it's gonna get. So being in an abusive relationship is another thing you need to stop mistaking for love. The third one is a very tricky one. Why is it a very tricky one? Is because that person could be doing exactly what people should be doing in a relationship, but it's still not a sign of love. Living together, yes. Just because you live in the same house with somebody does not mean that the person loves you. I'm just here to tell you that, as unfortunate this might sound, this is actually real. A lot of folks that are living together right now, as we speak, do not have a glimpse of love for each other. Or maybe there's one person in that relationship that do not even understand what love is. Maybe they're in a relationship with you for other reasons, things that you probably don't even know. But when it comes to love, that has absolutely nothing to do with the relationship. And they know about it. They know that they don't really love you. They probably have other reasons, maybe because they want to get themselves together. Maybe they don't want to be paying a full rent somewhere. Maybe they have other motives that they probably they'll never be willing to share with you. But the reality is quite simple. Love has absolutely nothing to do with it. And yeah, especially if you've been in the same house with the same person for the past 5, 10, 15 years. In your mind, you think that this person is yours. In your mind, you think that this person, even if they didn't really love you at the beginning, by now they truly love you just because you've been spending that huge amount of time with the person. But come to find out, this is another mistake that a lot of people seem to be making. Because in their mind, they automatically think just because of the length of time that they've spent with somebody, that automatically guarantee them to be with the person, just because they are living in the same house, under the same roof, eating the same food, doing the same things, seeing each other for a long amount of time, being with each other for a long amount of time. That automatically guarantee a love life. That has absolutely nothing to do with love. And by watching this video, it's going to be difficult for you to process this, because in your mind you thought that, okay, I've been with him for X amount of time, we've been living together, we've been paying the bills, we've been doing things as a family. Why would you think that there's no love life between us? Yes, that's the truth. Unfortunately, that's the truth. And I feel like this is my job to tell you, despite what you're thinking right now, this might be a real thing going on in your relationship. I don't know your relationship, I don't know exactly what it's all about, but some people are gonna find out the hard way that this person that they've been living with in the same house do not have a glimpse of love for them. If you really think that I'm making this up, why so many people are so comfortable to live somebody they've been with without even looking back? Why do you think that happened? The main reason behind that is because love was never part of that relationship. Since you don't have anything to lose, anytime it's time for you to leave, it's okay for you to leave without having any regrets, because in your mind, you've already accomplished everything that you needed to. You needed the support, you needed somewhere to stay, you needed somebody to help you with the bills, whatever the situation is. Now that you're capable of doing whatever you want to do, it's time for you to go. But whenever you find somebody that's better than what you're in right now, you just leave that person just to go to the next person. So that's the problem, that's the reality, that's the truth. Sometimes living under the same roof with somebody does not automatically mean that the person loves you. The fourth one is something that I need you guys to pay attention to. It's something that is easy to understand, but for some reason, a lot of people seems to not understand it the way it's supposed to be understood. What I'm talking about is when somebody tell you out loud that they do not love you. Yes. If somebody ever come to you, look at you in the eyes and tell you they do not love you, do not go crazy over your head to think that they just don't want to express their feelings. No. Some people already know what they want from the point they got into your life. If they ever open their mouths and say, you know what? Yes, I appreciate you. Yes, I like you, but love, I don't love you. Anytime somebody is capable of opening their mouths to say that, you have to understand one thing. Your place is no longer there. You are no longer wanted. So the best thing to do is to walk away. Anytime somebody is capable of opening their mouth and tell you that they do not love you, it's time to go. Don't ever make that mistake just because they are telling you they don't love you is because they don't want to get their feelings hurt. They're just playing games with you. They don't know how to express themselves. They don't even know what the true feeling of love is. Whatever the situation, whatever that you're thinking that you think they are not saying, they are actually telling you it just the way it is. So if you ever find yourself in that situation, I don't want you to second guess what the person told you. And I don't care if the person do not know how to express themselves. Give them time. If you have to walk away after somebody tell you something like that, walk away. Do not sit there trying to understand or trying to play reverse psychology on people just because you don't think that the person really mean what they are saying. Yes, they really mean it. They know exactly what they are saying. They know exactly the difference between love, like, and appreciate. And if they say they do not love you, you have to understand that maybe the person do not love you at all. So making the mistake to think that the person do not know how to express themselves is going to be another problem for you. Because unlike some people, there are other people out there that will just tell you the truth exactly how it is. So yeah, the fourth thing is quite simple. If someone, man or woman, ever open their mouths and tell you that they do not love you, it's time for you to bounce. Yeah. If they ever open their mouth and tell you know what, yes, we've been spending time together. Yes, we've been together for a while, but I've also realized that I do not love you. Walk away. Please save yourself from ever making that mistake. Walk away. The fifth and final one is something that has a lot to do with misunderstanding, just because a lot of people seems to find themselves misunderstanding that path for another. What I'm talking about is the difference between the love that a friend has for you and the love that your boyfriend or girlfriend has for you. A lot of people seems to misunderstand that just because someone is nice to them, just because somebody appreciates them as a friend, that automatically means that the person loves them or want to be with them. Understand there's 4 types of love. There's agape, which is the love that God has for us. There's philia, which is the love as a friendship. There's storge, which is the love that our parents have for us. And there's erotic. Erotic is the one that we get to meet a stranger, fall in love with them, spend time with them, build a family with them. This is the type of love. But some people seems to misunderstand friendship love and relationship love. And it's quite easy to misunderstand both things because both things have a lot in common. People need to start realizing that just because somebody loves you as a friend, do not automatically equate to them loving you to the point where they want to be in a relationship with you. A lot of people have actually messed up their friendship because of that one thought. Yes, we've known each other for a while. You've been there for me. I've been there for you. Why don't we give this a try? Not everybody is supposed to be in a relationship with you. Not everybody is supposed to be in an erotic relationship with you. Just because you've been friends with the person, you have to understand that some friendships are better than a relationship. Let's say as a guy, you've been friends with this young lady. You have known each other for a while. At some point, this conversation probably gonna pop up. But you have to understand the true difference of friendship and an actual relationship. And knowing this is a common mistake that a lot of people even today are still making, you need to distinguish a real friendship, because sometimes losing a good friend could be worse than losing a failed relationship. Just because the person been supporting you, just because the person been there for you, just because the person been showing you a lot of interest, just because the person been giving and doing things for you as a friend, do not automatically mean that the person wants to be in a relationship with you. So stop mistaking the two and understand the difference, because a good friendship can last forever, but a thought of a good relationship could also be a failed relationship, and that's something y'all should definitely think about. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was as informative from me to you. If I've missed something in the process, feel free to let me know in the comments below. For those of you who've been with us from the get-go, guys, I really appreciate everything that you do to support the channel. If you are new around, on this channel we give relationship advice. If this is something that you're into, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, because we've got a lot to talk about. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.